here. Okay, go here. Oh, we're live. And Paul, look at this. Upcoming Paul is live.
Did you manage to get out, Paul? H?
Huh?
You was on about going out today. Did you get out?
Yeah, I went out today. I had to go put a sign up, but I also went flying today.
Oh, how did it go?
Well, not bad, but hang on. Okay. The camera is just too sharp. I gotta go to a different setting. I'm just not real happy with it. Like, don't get me wrong, flew nice and everything else. Yeah, but if you down low to the ground and you see the grass and it's all gold, it's like too sharp or something. I don't know what it is, but I'll play something here in a little bit. I'm just in the middle of doing something here, so. Okay.
Hey, Dom. I just seen Dominic over on Filipinas.
So week tomorrow. Okay, so I say
Dominic gets around.
He wasn't on the live stream.
okay,
Oh, he was
Yes.
just in the chat.
Yeah.
okay. Okay, cool. Save cards. There we go. That's what I wanted.
Yeah, she said, she's been doing her own streams and, of course, Christmas and everything else
Yeah.
and work. She hasn't been able to get over. She haven't. Hey, good evening, AZ.
I see you got your kitty cat behind you.
Where is she? Oh, yeah, God.
Now, is that the one you like, the white one?
Yes, yeah. The tabby one you won't really see.
Yeah.
She's good friends with my daughter. She stays in her bedroom. For some reason, she really likes her, my daughter.
Hey, Z, hello.
Hey,
evening.
JD.
Here comes Dominic.
How is everybody?
Hey,
Good, how are you?
hey, where are you?
Hey, Dom.
Yeah, I've gone from roasting to freezing.
How was your food with your brother anyway?
Yeah, it was good actually. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
one of
was
those
it?
all you can eat things.
Oh,
I filled myself so much that I didn't need to eat dinner.
what type of food was it?
Just a smorgasbord of pretty much everything.
A what, sorry?
A smorgasbord of everything.
What's a smorgasbord?
A
The
smorgasbord.
layout, the smorgasbord is food out.
Just every different type of food there.
Oh, so it wasn't specifically like a Chinese or an Indian?
No, they did have. They had Chinese. They had Indian. They had Italian pasta.
Oh, wow. I'm always scared of all them ones which are all you can eat. Because it just makes you think like, what's got to be in there for them to be able to do it at that sort of price sort of thing.
Well, it was $35.
Yeah, all right. Yes, yeah. So that's pretty good. So you're gonna
Considering the
get
fact that each of those, if you'd gone to a normal sort of fare, each plate. Well, I had 2 plates. So I had 2 plates plus dessert. So
yeah.
it worked out roughly. Yeah, it worked out about the same.
When we were in the US, we used to visit. Is it the Golden Corral?
Yeah, Golden Corral.
Yeah, they're all you can eat, isn't they? Yeah. They were all right. But we have some over here, like Chinese's, which are like £9.99 all you can eat.
Welcome, JD. How you doing, my friend?
And you just think, oh my God, there's got to be a lot of cats and dogs in with our food for that price.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very rare you see all you can eat here these days.
Yeah, it's not much of a thing now anymore around here.
As I said, it's I'm not going to say rare, but it just doesn't seem to happen as often. You do see it occasionally.
Yeah, 10 years ago, he was quite at.
10 years ago, we'd have probably 4 or 5 different ones. We used to have. They used to have Pizza Hut, which was all you can eat. And I think it's more than 10 years ago. It's probably 15, because I remember a friend of mine and I used to go to one of these all-you-can-eat pizza sort of things, and we had like 24 pieces each, and I think that was probably that signified the end of it.
Hey guys, excuse me there for a minute, but we got JD here, AD, and Bill from Newfound Drone Production. Lava right into the carpet there.
Yeah, I'll be right back, Paul. I gotta feed Mia and take some pain medication.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll
take a couple.
We'll keep it running.
Yeah.
Loaded, I messaged you earlier and I didn't get a reply.
Yeah.
Hey, Jack.
We've got it under control.
Yeah. And Mr. Chuck Kabakshin just slid in there.
Hey, Chuck.
Hey, Chucky. Yeah.
How you doing, Chuck?
Oh, look who just came in. Another Edward Isaac. Hey. Hey, guys.
No, I didn't see you there, Laura. You just got to be nice to everybody.
Yeah. What's everybody up to tonight? Anything exciting? I don't know. Mine's so exciting. I'm sitting here.
Yeah, it's really exciting. That's why I'm sitting here. Exactly.
Oh, yeah. I went and had something for supper tonight I've never had before, and I thought I'd try it, and I will not try it again.
What did you have? What did you have?
Oh, it was rice and chicken, but some kind of Thai food or something. I don't know. It was frozen, microwave it. You know. And I just went, nah, not again. It was not bad, but I wouldn't buy it again.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to try something different, right? Yeah.
Mm. Interesting. We have all types of food down here. We're very multicultural.
Yeah, well,
Always like trying something a little different.
Inspired by India, some kind of buttered chicken.
Buttered chicken, oh, that's great.
Unless
you didn't prepare it properly.
Yeah, there was more rice than there was chicken.
Oh, okay.
But with authentic spices, whatever that is, but and basmati rice, I don't know, whatever.
Basmati rice, oh yeah, that's lovely stuff.
It wasn't bad, but I don't, not that fussy on it. Hey, Curtis Hart. Hey,
Curtis.
He just got home and can do a quick render on the first flight. But there was a lot of, hey, all right. What are you up to today? Anything exciting there, Dominic, or what?
Nothing much.
No.
It's just let me think. It's Tuesday here.
Yeah.
I had to look at the calendar for that. I don't know what day it is at the moment.
Oh crap! If I was driving school bus, I can tell you, but I'm not driving, so I'm not keeping track of the days. So
yeah.
Paul, you just feeding Mia and taking some pain meds or something. It was a nice day today, so he went out and took all the Christmas decorations down. So he's probably paying for it now, you know.
Oh, it was a lovely day yesterday, and then it just turned to crap in the afternoon.
Yeah.
But it was very entertaining, I must say.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Edwards said, stay away from that frozen crap. Yeah. Well, I live by myself, so it was easy and fast. Throw it in the microwave, 15 minutes, supper done. Mix it all up, let it sit for another couple minutes, and Bob's your uncle. Okay.
Yep. I'm just waiting, Rob. I'm just waiting for my cat to come up and annoy me. She's sleeping in the corner.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, mine's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I know. I have that problem, but thankfully she's sleeping at the moment. She's an absolute imp of Satan.
Laura, yes, I did message you. You know I did. You've just ignored me.
Did Laura send you a message there?
No, I messaged her earlier.
Oh,
All right. Sorry, Laura.
oh, for Christ's sakes, Paul. Lynn just told me he's outside with a leaf blower, blowing the fucking peanuts away.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah.
But
Do what you need
my
to do.
coffee is out, and
Do what you need to do. We've
Fell
got
off
it
the
under
ramp.
control.
Oh, yeah. Anything exciting going on? Just checking something here for a minute. No, okay, nothing there. Go. So where is? Okay, let's go here, and we'll go here. Okay, this is no, that's not the one I wanted. Is it? No, that's not the one I wanted. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, okay, yeah. No, that's
Hey,
not.
Edward, sorry.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just something for a quick meal. That's all I wanted tonight. Didn't feel like,
never had a problem with frozen meals.
yeah.
I just put it in, type out the numbers that are on the box, bring it out.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Is that you today, Paul?
Yeah. So this is a flip, but see how that it kind of goes pixely
Yeah.
at the bottom
Yeah,
here?
it's almost
But
artifacting.
that pole is clear. But anyway,
Yeah.
you get up on a ground effect and it kind of goes away. But here,
It seems to be
Ah.
artifacting for some sort of reason. You've got the resolution set properly.
well, it was basically set on auto, right? And I went and I flew several times and I changed some settings. So I'm trying to go back over and just see what the heck it is. But see, it keeps changing here. I don't know why. What's going on? You can see it flicker a bit, eh? But
Yeah, it could be a whole host of issues. SD card read writing, probably setting the frame rate or the shutter speed.
yeah, it just I don't know. We'll
And
work on it.
Which one are you using, the Autel?
Yeah, the Autel one, my new one.
So you've got it on auto.
Yeah.
You need to go to manual and set it manually.
Yeah, I think what I'm going to have to do, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, so
Unless because what editing program are you using?
oh, this is just this is right off the card.
Oh, so it's raw.
Hmm.
Yeah, this
straight
is
off. Yeah, raw straight off the SD card.
Was
Mm.
it hazy, Paul, or was it just over
Oh,
like?
I had a little bit of sun for a while.
Do you know, I was just about to say that, what Curtis just said. Bad SD card.
Yeah. Reading, writing.
I just kind of wonder if it is the SD card doing that.
Yeah, I've had the same thing.
Yeah,
Especially as
that's
well.
R28.
What would you want? Like 6K or 4K 60 or
That was 4K, but hang on.
Okay, 30. Have you got that? Is this a new SD card?
Yeah, it's brand new.
Oh, that's probably why. You might not have said it properly too.
Yeah. Well, if it is just the card doing it, because I didn't see this on the screen. Okay. I didn't see it flickering or nothing on the screen. Could be just the card.
Yeah, but obviously it's got to do something with the SD card then, I would say.
Actually,
It's not flickering on the actual
Well,
screen.
you would
itself.
know by just swapping out the SD card, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you using the SD card that came with it, Paul?
yeah, I think this is the one that came with it. It was 128 gigabyte. I normally only use 32 or 64.
It's not necessarily the size, it could also be the right speed. If you've got, V10 or
Yeah.
because it's not V10 U3 and you're using 4K, then
Well,
have a look.
it is.
You might need a V30 then.
Well, it's got the 10 and A1.
Okay.
X,
It should be
X,
all right.
huh?
Is it a SanDisk?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
it's
unusual.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
yeah, like,
Yeah, if it's a V10A1, then it should be.
I should run it through the software and see what happens.
it wouldn't hurt to, the quickest thing is, the quickest, easiest thing is just to try a different card, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Laura said she's putting up a boring video today. Well, if it's boring, why are you putting it up, Laura?
Exactly.
Oh, you just want to entertain us, that's all. Yeah, shutter speed my. Okay, Bill. We'll play with it. Not a problem.
Well, the sad part is, if this were spring or summer or fall, you could just play
Run
with
back.
it at leisure. But
But now,
right now, you one or 2 days out of a month where it's flying weather.
yeah.
I haven't seen it yet, no, I don't think. Well, it's not. So
Don't encourage her.
Support her, but don't encourage her.
There you go. He changed his background, Paul.
Yeah.
I
See
added
what
a
it
bit
says?
of extra.
Support little Lamalora.
Yeah.
And down below it says, but don't encourage her.
Oh, support.
Did Rob
See-
talk you into putting that down there?
No.
So-
Oh, here he is, finally.
Hey, Curtis.
Yeah,
Tell us about his Vata then.
he's doing a quick render, he says.
Oh, no. 13 minutes, Laura. You have to
Well, people,
make me watch
I-
13 minutes.
Yeah, I did see it, Laura. You're still a crap driver.
Practice makes perfect.
I dated with Laura. I think she should just give up.
Oh, okay. He's not going to entertain you. It's already up. It's just if I wanted to entertain you, I would post the link. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How come you haven't posted the link then?
I'll post the link.
Yeah.
Hey, Curtis, you all right, bud?
oh yeah. I got 3 things going at once.
Mm.
And I don't know
Yeah,
why.
Did you get another flight in with the Avata?
I did, and I came in to share it.
Oh,
That's
good.
Good.
Just make me make.
Let me
Yeah, go ahead, Laura. Make some
Hey,
noise.
Rob, you haven't flown a Nevada yet, have you?
No.
You own one.
No. I
No?
haven't actually
Oh,
bought
okay.
one.
Well, if he doesn't have one, he can't fly it there.
No,
Well,
I had to think that.
a lot of his copters he buys and it turns it over to the crew. you
Yeah,
know?
we've got a bunch of Cine Whoops and everything. I've been looking at the Avata for so long. Because we've already got the DJI FPVs, so all I would need to do is just buy the Avata.
Mm.
Mm.
And because we've already got the controllers and the goggles and all that. But don't know, for me, by the time you buy it and then a couple of batteries and then £1,000 that is.
Yep.
there's no audio on this, so don't worry about that. It's
Okay.
just so the camera does point up and down. I wanted to show that. I'm not sure why you would.
Why
And
not?
it is a foggy, nasty day outside.
Mm.
Did you hit the 2 boxes?
Hit the 2 boxes. Oh no, you know what? I didn't. Hang on. Dadgummit.
Ain't good.
The only reason I noticed was as you panned up, it went jerky like that.
Yeah. All right, I'll start it over.
Okay.
I see Chuck saying the Avata is fun.
Notice it's a little out of focus though when you get real close to something.
Yeah,
But I mean, how close are you gonna get?
yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
I mean,
It has collision avoidance on it too, doesn't it?
No,
No.
it doesn't. Well, it has
Oh.
downward facing sensors, so there is that.
So is it with that one then? If you wave your arm underneath, will it go up in the air to avoid it?
I did not test that, and that's a good thing to try out. You see how foggy it is out there. This is from my buddy's cell phone.
So
that's
are
for-
you flying with goggles or without?
I've got goggles on. And this is in normal mode. This is not
Yeah.
sport mode.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's the thing I think is to keep moving forward, and then you'll get rid of that yaw. I start doing that here in a little bit, where I kind of just keep going forward as opposed to kind of pausing a little bit, because then it starts wanting to yaw back and forth. And I think that may be only in normal mode when it does that.
It's
We're-
pretty fast though, you said, right?
Well, I don't know. I'm in normal mode. I'm not in sport mode. My buddy, who's in the
Only your
video
second
with
flight,
me.
isn't it?
Well, my first flight was just kind of around the house, just kind of looking at the controls. It really wasn't a
Okay.
flight. You know, you get it up in the air and look at it and touch this button, touch that button, kind of figure out what it's doing. But this is an actual first flight where I'm flying it around.
So Chuck, you got one as well. Chuck, if you wave your arm close underneath to it, will it go up in the air? That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah, the old joke with the Phantom series with downward facing sensors, you could put a piece of cardboard, like a 6-foot piece of cardboard on the ground, and have it hover. And if you move the cardboard, the drone would move with the cardboard.
Yeah, no, it's not that. We do a lot of stuff where you
Yeah, I didn't fly through anything, but I certainly flew close to some stuff. And then
Yeah.
I did a couple orbits around some lights and stuff. There's a mild color correction here, just a little bit of contrast. This is 1080p. I recorded it at 4K at 60, but it would have taken forever to render, so I just rendered out a 1080p version. That's what I'm sharing with you guys.
Does that do 1080 120 then?
I think it does. I'd have to go look, but I think it's 1080 at 100.
Oh, still good.
It could be 120. I'd have to look it up. And I did not use Rocksteady or any of that stuff on this first flight. I wanted to see what it would just do by itself first.
Yeah.
So now I've kind of got the hang of it, and I'm going to start playing with it a little bit, getting a little bit lower. Start flinging it around a little bit.
We just
What did
got
your
one of
friend
them.
think about it?
Well, he got one for Christmas too. He flew his first,
Oh, okay.
and he's kind of upset. He didn't get the RC like I did, and he flew his with the
Motion controller thing.
Thank you. I wanted to call it something else. Motion controller.
Yeah. it's a
And
crappy thing.
here's where we're starting to get low on it.
Yeah, we all know what that word is.
Yeah. And he's regretting not getting it because he flew mine on the second flight, and he used the and he said the RC is a lot easier. But you know, when you've been using the RC all the time, of course that's going to be easier. You don't have to learn something.
You're
new.
used to it. Yeah.
Right. So for somebody just starting out, I still think the motion controller is probably a better option. So here's my buddy, fly through my legs, fly through my legs. And I'm like, no. Yeah, this is where he does it. I'm like, no, I'm not flying through your legs. I'm not doing it. He goes, come on, I trust you.
Okay, do it.
I think 2 more flights than I would have. It was freezing cold out there. It's like 30 right now.
Now, do you think you're going to ever use the motion sensor stick?
No.
No.
He used it, and he was able to get it to do everything we wanted it to do, or everything he wanted it to do. I got really close to him right here. He said I was inches from his hand. He's an old Army guy, so he's got.
Now,
no fear.
could you tell when you approached him, you didn't get any nervous, anything about being too close, or?
No, because I know him, and I know he would have moved if he felt in any danger whatsoever. He's not a goofball guy.
Okay.
Sorry, 2 seconds. Hey, TJ.
Yeah, he would have been. I mean,
Hey,
he's been in Afghanistan. He knows what he's doing. He's not a guy that's going to play around. He will look like he's doing something.
Bother him.
Whoa.
You got really close there.
Yeah, yeah. So I can orbit a Mavic 2 Pro around anything, but this is a lot closer than I'm normally used to orbiting. So it's going to take a little bit of adjustment, but it's there. I mean, I go over to this other light pole and look up at it for a second to kind of get my bearings and seeing what I'm doing. And I get a little bit better on this one. Look, you can see the spider webs that are frozen underneath it. That was the other problem, was my fingers were freezing. So it was, yeah. And I'm still a thumber. I'm not a pincher. Everybody says you got to pinch when you do this stuff. So that's a much better orbit.
Hey, you see the bird shit on it?
Yep. The bird poo.
Nice and clear for that.
So it was brisk there then.
No wind, just cold and foggy and really damp in the air. So it's one of those cold, wet days.
Sorry, 2 seconds. That's Curtis with the Avada JDS.
It's my very first flight with the Avada. I'm not sure what we did here.
Hey, JDS, how you doing?
He's like, come on, fly through my legs.
Okay, TJ. TJ just stopped in to say hello, and he'd see everybody on the flip.
So he got his camera out and filmed me doing a pass.
Whoa, that was close.
I'll play that back so you can see it. Yeah, you can hear it when it whips by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
JDS is saying, send me a link, guys, for Nevada.
Links at the top of the chat.
No, he's
No,
asking the
Ivana.
link for the
Oh,
Ivana.
sorry.
He knows.
Oh, wow.
Where,
It's the
where do you,
DJI
you want
about
the,
it.
you want the link from DJI, or do you want the link from,
That looks fun.
I really like getting down on the ground after I
Yeah.
got an idea of what the turns are like.
Yeah.
You really have to use the yaw and the bank to get the turns to look good. So you're doing
But
dual input.
yeah, a lot of the time though, you have got to come out of
The other thing that makes it a lot easier is there's a little checker. They call it a rectile, but I guess a little plus mark in the center of the screen. You can turn it on or off, but it really does help center you. So if you wanted to go through something, it'll show you exactly where it is, and you just line up with that hole. So it's going to make, going through stuff that's pretty small gaps. It's going to make it easy.
the couple of guys who fly FPV. For me, they reckon that with the DJIs you can't get the proper smooth turning of what you can on a normal built FPV drone.
I think the key, like I said earlier, was going to be forward momentum. As long as you're moving forward.
These are just super bloody FPV guys.
Yeah, as long as you're moving forward and doing your turn at the same time, it'll be a nice smooth turn.
now,
Yeah,
did if you were to let go of the sticks, would it just hover, stay there?
Yeah, it'll hover.
Yeah, because a lot of them say as well, see that when you stop or go back, it'll kick up.
Now I'm not sure on the RC, but his had an emergency brake button, and we tried that out a couple times, and it stopped on a dime.
So on the stick, it has a brake button.
Yeah, and I think it does on the RC too. I'm just not sure which switch it is. I still got to go back. I mean, there's a lot of switches on there, so I got to go back and figure this stuff out. For his, there's a manual mode. Well, mine too. There's also a manual mode, but you have to go into the goggles and select it and then bypass stuff. I think on the RC there's a toggle switch between manual, sport, and normal.
Yeah.
So I think you just have to flip the switch and you're in manual mode. But for all I'm ever going to do, this is great right here.
Oh God, yeah.
Sure.
I mean, I could see maybe sport mode, but for flying inside warehouses and stuff like that, I think I'm good to go. Yeah, that was how quick it'll stop.
Definitely.
Oh, it's on a return to home now because I'd ran the battery down.
Oh, okay.
So it kicked into it'll
So
stop.
how long did you get on a battery?
For me it was 12 minutes, but about 4 minutes was setting a couple things up.
That's not bad.
So about 16, 17 minutes of flight time, right?
Yeah,
No,
if I got it. So my what happened was, let me stop sharing. What happened was I put, so you have to put your goggles on, and then you plug in your battery, plug in your phone, and I left my battery sitting on the pickup bed connected, and I got up to go turn on the Avata, and I dropped the battery on the ground, and then I'm like fumbling around thinking it was my phone, so I wasted 2-3 minutes kind of reorganizing my goggles and getting that back in view. If that makes any sense. That's where I wasted the time.
So how many flights would you get out of a goggles charge?
That I don't know. I think I had 80% when I left.
I'd imagine you'll get 3 batteries, 4 batteries.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure 3 batteries will be easy. I'm gonna buy another battery though for the goggles, so I'll make sure I have enough. No fun to get out there and I'm out of batteries.
Yeah.
Like I said though, today was freezing out there. My fingers were starting to freeze up, and it was getting harder to maneuver the sticks. And I was like, "Oh boy, well, we're done doing this."
Mhm.
But I had fun. I enjoyed it. The view is just like what you're looking at on the screen. I mean, it's crystal clear. A little fuzzy on So if you're looking at it on the very far edges and the very far bottom, I never could quite get that 100% in focus. But you're never really looking at the corners like that. So it's not really that big of an issue. It looks like just a giant 70-inch screen when you're looking through the goggles. I think Paul would have fun with it.
Yeah. Boy, you could really zip around a ship with them. Okay, we're done.
You could zip around it, then fly through it.
I don't like the goggles.
Have you tried the goggles?
Yes.
Okay.
But now with that remote ID, he can fly off his phone, can't
Very,
he?
very claustrophobic for me.
I
And-
had the original set of goggles that they came out with that was supposed to go with the original Mavic.
Yep, the big
And
ones.
I didn't like those. Though, yeah, those were huge. They weighted the front of your head down, and those felt claustrophobic to me. These do not feel. These feels like I'm
Oh.
wearing glasses.
Paul, do you still have that big box DJI goggles?
Yep, right there where my thumb
Yep.
is.
There it is.
Think I've used them twice or maybe 3 times.
Yeah, Chuck, that's what I'm thinking about doing. Is Lori and I get 4-packs out of the goggles too easily. I think I'm just going to have another battery for the goggles just in case, though. It's not when you first get the drone that you run into issues with batteries. It's like 6 months down the road that you run into issues with batteries.
Hmm.
Now, do you have to, do you have a charge port? In other words, set up, like DJI where you put like 3 batteries in a row and it charges one after the other? Or do you
This-
have to charge?
this-
Oh, there
this-
you go.
this-
Okay.
This
Right, yeah,
dumb
there we go.
thing. It
Oh, you had Chuck saying there he gets 4 packs out of the
so
goggles.
this thing will charge. You can plug all your batteries in, but it will only charge one battery at a time.
One at a time.
Sequential.
There's another charger that's going to be coming out pretty soon. I don't know if you guys can, if I can show it to you. Well, no, it won't reach. But F-Stop Labs has got one they're working on where it charges all the batteries at the same time, plus 2 additional USB inputs, so you can charge, your goggles and your remote
Controller and everything. Yep.
That's what I have for the Mavic 2 Pro, and in an hour I'm ready to go fly. This is going to take all day.
Get a bigger house, JDS, then.
I know. That's why I was laughing at. We all get to that stage, and we. Oh my God, where am I going to put this?
I will say the one thing that I did really enjoy since I've been doing the underwater ROV stuff is it's just a little case that I had to take.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have to load up the back of my pickup. The ROV stuff, there's a lot of stuff you got to take. And I thought that was a pretty good picture, by the way, just coming
Yes.
straight out.
Mm.
Just added a little bit of an S curve for a little bit of contrast, and that was it. So what'd you think, Rob? You want to get you one?
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Such enthusiasm.
I got to tell you guys, I've been flying drones since 2013, and I got a thrill out of this. When I got the Mavic 2, there was no thrill. It was just like, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to film that, I'm going to film this. There wasn't a thrill to it. This was kind of fun. I think it would be really cool if Paul flew through the ship instead of just around it.
Mm.
Well, then you'd be in violation of so many rules and laws.
Of course, I'm joking, but having said that, it is pretty quiet. It's not as loud as you think it is. I thought it was going to be a little screamer just going, whee! But it's not.
Oh, that's
30
why I
feet,
took-
30 feet
Right.
away, you couldn't even hear it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Chuck's right. Fun factor is high with Avata.
Yeah.
It's not so much about with the Avata, it's not so much about what you're filming; it's more about the flying. I mean, you obviously you do want a good subject, but you can take a boring subject and kind of make it interesting. Not mine, Chuck.
No.
Let's see, Chuck said that it's loud as hell.
Yeah, that's what you guys heard. The one I just had.
Oh, it whines. Yeah, I could detect a little bit of whine when it went close to the guy.
Yeah. But 30 feet away, I didn't hear it at all.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of sim work for the normal FPV and all that lot. So I'm not sure if I actually want to go to fully controlled FPV. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do really want to try the non-assisted FPV then.
Well, you guys are just really exciting tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just full of it tonight.
Well, I think it's everybody's winding down from the weekend.
And
Yeah.
he's back to work tomorrow mainly as well, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, a lot of people are going to go back to work tomorrow.
I don't wanna.
Curtis, you go back tomorrow?
Yeah.
JDS. I need to retire to use them. Yeah, I know JDS bought a real nice cine one. A couple of months back. I haven't seen it. I think he did one flight with it. And I haven't seen it since.
You know, what did I do with?
Well, I would consider buying another Mini 3 if it would work with my controller, but
Yeah.
it doesn't, because I've got the original controller.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, when you buy the Avata now, what do you get? You get one battery, you get the stick controller, and the goggles, right?
Yeah, you got to buy the RC separate.
It's a rip off the way they've done it all like that.
Mm.
I'm gonna screen share. Maybe you guys can explain what it is, especially you, Curtis. Okay, here's the options for the Avata.
Mhm,
DJI Avata Pro View Combo, $1388.
mhm.
Avata Fly Smart Combo, $1168. What's the difference?
Okay.
Hang on, my missus wants me. I'll be back now in a bit.
No worries.
So they're different kinds of goggles. The goggles V2 are the older style goggles.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
there's two different kinds of goggles you can get with it. There's the small ones, which is what I have, and then there's a larger set that came with the original DJI FPV drone.
Mhm.
The larger ones are the cheaper set.
Yeah.
And then that's just the drone.
Yep, $629 for just the drone.
Yeah.
No battery or anything, right?
No. And that's the Fly More kit. That's the little stick you plug in and 2 batteries.
Extra battery. And the
$129 a piece for the batteries.
and the remote control.
And then there's a remote control down at the bottom.
So you got to load yourself up then. Mhm.
Huh? Who? When? Where?
No, I was just commenting on Chuck's comment, the V2 of the OG. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Where did I put it? AE assets.
Nope, he
Hey,
comes.
Chuck's coming in. AZ, no, I'm not buying. Paul Hodges might be. Are you buying Paul Hodges?
Yep.
Just get one.
No, not interested.
Just get one.
Fire goggles, 2 kit plus the Flymore. Okay. So Lori got the whole Shamir.
Yeah, she has the whole kit.
And she likes it?
Yeah, well, she hated the V2 goggles. I have, like I said, I have the original FPV drone. So I had the V2 goggles, which are a little bigger, and a motion controller in the RC. And Lori tried those goggles V2, the ones from the FPV drone, and she didn't like them because they're clunky and big. I kind of prefer them. So she has the goggles too, which are the new ones. And they're certainly smaller and lighter, and you can do head tracking with them. You can't do head tracking with the original V2s. That's the one drawback. But anyway, so like, yeah, it's confusing, right? Because the existing goggles were V2s, the new ones are goggles too. You keep all this stuff straight. If you buy the base Avata, like Lori bought me for Christmas, you do get a battery with it. I think you guys were saying you didn't, but you do. You get the drone and the battery, a single battery charge brick, and a USB-C cable, and like that's it, and a couple of spare props. But if you do what Lori did, I bought Lori one for our wedding anniversary. She got the Avata with the goggles too. And it comes with a couple of props and the single charging brick and the cable. And then we added the Flymore to it, which got you 2 more batteries plus the 4 battery charge brick. And then all the other stuff that Curtis probably is buying if he didn't buy already, like the filters for it and more props and stuff, lots of stuff.
So it came with 2 extra props, and the filters haven't got here yet. I got a note that they were back ordered, but those are already ordered.
Yeah, my filters, like Lori has a set of Freewell filters for hers. Mine are on the way. And
I got the DJI ones.
yeah, I'm a Freewell guy. I admit it. So
Well, this was bought for me. I didn't buy it.
no problem. I mean, they're just filters, right?
No,
It's just-
what I'm saying is they
Yeah.
bought a whole package for me.
Yeah, cool. But yeah, filters are nice because then you get a little bit of motion blur, which kind of makes the footage look cooler. You know, our eyes like that. But I foolishly updated my firmware to the new firmware to get the 10-bit, and now I have to plug my phone into my goggles, which is a pain in the ass. Anybody hear me?
Yeah,
Yep.
you're
Oh,
on.
okay. Because like,
Yeah.
here, I'll give Lori the.
I've probably already shown you guys this. I apologize if you've already seen it. But this is the outro that I came up with for my videos. I got to add some sound design, but
Did you click the boxes?
no, I didn't.
Well, it should be already clicked. Once you do it once,
They're clicked.
Okay.
Really? Mm-mm.
Ta-da.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice drinking game. Avada.
Yes.
Is that what that was? I hear everybody saying that every once in a while on different shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to drink a shot every time you say Avada.
Ah,
Avada. Yeah. I need to get some orange props for mine. I think they look cool.
Well, Curtis, explain to us about, in order to get to the SD card, you got to take a prop off?
no,
No.
to get to the SIM card or the USB-C input,
Okay.
Amazon has one where it's a right angle. It goes up and it's a real tight right angle.
yeah.
But to get to that input, if you're just going to use a normal USB-C cable, you got to take the prop off.
No, not true. It works.
Mine didn't.
Well, move the props. You can fit it in there. It's tight. It's tight, man, but it works. Trust me. I've done it with the
I did
stock
move
cable.
the props.
It works. I've done it a million times.
Okay.
And the SD card's it's a pain in the ass, but it works. I agree. A 90 degree would make it much, much, much easier. That's a really bad design.
And they do make that adapter, huh?
Yeah, you can get it on Amazon. It's
Yeah.
like 12 or 14 bucks. It's not bad.
Curtis is right. It makes it a hell of a lot easier. But you can flex the props a little bit and get it all in there. But you know what really sucks? When it doesn't snap shut and you light up the drone.
And you hear that pop, pop, pop.
Yeah, because of the little trap door is like whipping against the props. You're like,
Props.
oh my God.
My buddies, when he started his up, it did that.
Yeah, that's a horrible sound.
It's like, what is it hitting? Oh no. And I said, it's the prop door. Shut your props off.
I thought for sure that when that happened to me that I had shredded something, whether it was a prop or the door or both. I really did. I thought I was screwed.
Well, you probably wore the prop down a little bit. I
It
didn't
has
think you would.
has a racing stripe on it now. But yeah, you can use the factory cable in the port, but man, it's tough to get it in there. I guess they had no other room to put that stuff because it's really a really horrible location.
It's a small drone. I mean, it's
Yeah, it's small. What's Sorry.
funny to me is I've got a Mavic 2 Pro hard case. It's just an off brand. It's not a big deal. And then I bought an additional case for this one, and this case is larger than the Mavic 2 Pro case.
Yeah, when you put all the stuff in it though, Curtis, it does take up some space. You know, the goggles are
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
they're small, but they still take up space. Like when Lori and I went to England, we brought Avata,
Well, that and the Mavic
brought goggles
folds.
too. That and what?
The Mavic folds up.
Yeah, yeah. But Avata almost packs more like Spark used to, like, you know, footprint wise.
Hmm.
I'd say very similar.
So, what did you think of the motion controller, or have you played with it?
I'm mixed on the thing. I mean, I started using just the regular RC with the sticks, but I played with motion controller and it is for Avata actually works pretty well. I'm going to try to get more used to it because one thing, it packs smaller, which is nice. And I don't fly in manual. For manual, you got to have the sticks.
Right.
But for
Drone
kicking
shots.
around,
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be somebody that plays with it.
you're gonna like head tracking though. Head tracking's cool for moving the camera while you're flying the drone with the motion controller. You can really do some funky stuff. So Lori and I will have to compare because like I said, I'm using the V2 goggles and a motion controller. She's using the goggles too. And we'll have to compare, see how it goes because she has head tracking. I don't think she's really messed with it. It just takes time. You gotta get used to this stuff. You know that. You're out there kicking it around.
Right.
It's fun as hell though, isn't it? My
Yeah,
God,
it was a blast. I was, like I said, I've been flying since 2013, and you know, by the time I got to the Mavic 2 Pro, I was like, I just put it up in the air. There really was no excitement about it other than what I was filming.
right?
As opposed to this one, you're like, ooh, this is exciting. This is fun. I mean, it's different. I get it, but yet it's still the same. It's close enough to the original DJI stuff that you're able to transfer a lot of what you know over to this. So that works. It's some of the back end stuff that I had a problem with, some of the getting started things.
Yeah, getting the like for me, just having the drone in a box and having my existing goggles, I had a hard time getting the goggles to pair and link to the drone. And that was even after updating the firmware on both the goggles V2 and the Avata. And then it still wouldn't pair up. And oh man, I fought with that. I should have done a video on it because I fought with that for a while.
The issue I ran into was with the remote ID. It would not recognize where I was, even though it said I'm within 5 miles of a hospital, and it gave me a warning that you're near a hospital, but it said remote ID not working. Even though I had my phone plugged in, I was logged into the DJI app and had it all running, had everything plugged in. I did some searching around on Facebook and some of the groups and stuff, and I found a couple guys suggested that you need to use the DJI Assistant commercial drones app. There's several different DJI 2 assistant apps, and
you do the assistant, the assistant for
that's why I needed
drones.
That's why I needed to get into the USB-C area.
Yeah, and then there's actually see if you have more than one channel for your when you're using your goggles, Curtis, because like mine and like Aldius. Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I didn't, so I had to do the hack. I did the hack on mine.
Yeah, it works fine. There's multiple channels. We were gonna fly together today, but we decided against it. I mean, you're supposed to have a spotter, and we were out in a public place, so we didn't want to not follow the rules. So
that's the tough thing.
One of us spotted and one of us flew.
Yeah, that's the tough thing. Like people are like, when are you and Lori gonna race, Chuck? And I'm like, well, it's kind of hard unless we have a third person spot for us both.
Yeah.
So it's usually, you know,
when you're in the limelight, you got to follow the rules.
Hell yeah. Yeah. But we haven't used it for vlogs yet at all. We have no B-roll for vlogs yet with Avata to speak of. So I mean,
I can see all kinds of uses for this thing.
Oh hell yeah, yeah. There's
quick cuts here and there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, like a lot of people have talked about using for real estate, and outside of it kicking up a pile of dust, if the house isn't spick and span, it's a great drone.
Yes.
But it kicks up everything. Mine was sucking up leaves back in the fall, or lorries actually. It was flying lorries then, and it was sucking up leaves. And
Well, you know,
they-
flying
run.
across, I didn't try to do this, but I flew across the roof of my house yesterday and was looking at tiles and stuff stuff like that, showing off a good roof, or like the selling point is they have a brand new roof and you want to show it off, as opposed to being 30 feet away. You can be right on top of it.
Yeah, that's the benefit of the goggles. You can get right in there.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and that's why Avata is so much fun. It's like you can shoot gaps and stuff, and that's what the FPV guys have been saying forever. But in sport mode, it's like anybody can fly this thing, and it's just fun. And Paul, the immersiveness seems to really bother you. That's too bad, because if you can get past that, it's really fun.
Well, like I said, with the box goggles, I had that claustrophobic feeling, but with these, I don't. It feels like I'm wearing a pair of glasses and looking at a big 70-inch screen.
Yeah,
Paul, if you turn around and look at your TV behind you, that's what it feels like.
yeah, it's super immersive.
It's like you're right in there with it. The goggles that Paul H has, they're different. It's like you're looking through a little bit of a tunnel. So
Yeah, they're more like having a cereal box on your face too. They're kind of like,
they're heavy.
I had them 6 months. I got them in June when they came out, and I remember by Christmas time I put them up on eBay for sale and unloaded them. And I just absolutely, I used them like Paul said, used them like twice. That's about all. I used mine like 2 or 3 times. Like, God, these things are clunky. They're hard to bring with me anywhere. Why did I get them?
Take off, you got them up, and then once you go up,
Fall off.
down, and you come to land, you got to lift them back up.
Yeah, and mine wouldn't stay on the crown of my head. They'd like fall off. I couldn't like just flip them up. Like, they had that little flip up feature. It didn't work out for my skull.
Yeah.
But
If you do it,
that's the thing.
hang on your head.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing that people don't like about the new goggles too. Some people have said, like John Coopy said, that his bridge is really wide, and he ends up pinching his nose and they're uncomfortable. So I mean, it is, a guy like him would want to use the old V2 goggles because they're just bigger and roomier and they fit on different faces differently.
Hello, Drone Shots. How you doing?
Yeah, and Dave Birdman's in there too, eh?
Yeah.
The weird thing for me was everybody talks about light leak. My head's so freaking big, I had no light leak.
Lori and I haven't complained about light leak when we tried the goggles too. Lori doesn't complain at all about it. I noticed it a little bit, but it doesn't really bother me.
I didn't notice any. But of course, it was kind of foggy outside where we were today, but I was looking for light leak and didn't see anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Me, I don't know. They seem to work really well for me, but I had the existing V2 goggles, so I really wanted to see if I could use them and then still have the potato to kick around when I want to. But linking was the hardest part. It was like the linking process. There are a couple of videos out there, and I guess I wished I remembered what I had to do to make it work, because now I don't remember. It was something a little tricky.
Mine, I was lucky, I guess. Mine just linked right up, no problem.
I'm trying to remember now, Curtis, because like the drone linked to the goggles, or the drone linked to the motion controller is super easy, but the goggles, I had to like reset them. I had to reset them with the little reset button.
So one of the interesting things is if you go into the menu of the goggles,
That's it. That's what I had to change. I was stuck on FPV drone and not Avata. That you just hit it. That's the menu I had to change.
But there's a blank space there too. Did you notice that for like some other kind of drone, but it doesn't say what it is?
No, I didn't notice that. I was too pissed off that I couldn't figure out how to get him the link. And then I did some more digging, and that was it. It was going onto the goggles, going over to About, and changing the drone type from FPV to Avata. Then you had to reboot the goggles.
That was that was one of the other things that was frustrating. I didn't mean to interrupt, Chuck. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good, because it's a kind of it's a discussion we're having. You're suffering like me.
One of the things that I did run into an issue with is that touchpad on the side of the goggles.
Yeah,
that's taken a little bit to get used to, because not because it's hard to operate, but because if you want to get up and adjust your like raise your goggles up,
Yeah, you hit the screen or you hit the
and then you
touchpad.
change something, and it's like, what the hell did I just do?
Yeah, been there, done that.
So that's a learning curve for people that are getting involved in are going to think about getting one, I should say. That little touch that it's another innovative thing that DJI did. I salute them for doing it. It does make things a lot easier, but when you first start out, it's like I got to touch it twice to back up. Hank, there was a couple times I got into a screen and I didn't see a back button or anything, and I was like, what do I do? I was wiping and like you got to hit it twice with 2 fingers. It's like, how does it know 2 fingers versus 1 finger?
It's pretty cool, right? Like a phone.
Yeah, it just does. It just knows it.
Yeah. You can also change which way you can swipe left to right or right to left, and you can set it up in the goggles too to choose your preference.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, they're pretty cool. The new goggles, they're coming out with a lower budget version of the goggles too. And I guess like the SE, and they're not going to have the touchpad. That's the rumor anyway.
They really need to come up with a bit different naming convention, because when you first start getting into it, it's like, what's the difference? Goggles V. It looks like you would want Goggles V version 2 versus Goggles 2.
It's getting confusing, but yeah, I know the V2 versus the 2. That's super confusing, and until you get it straight in your noggin, it's just confusing. The V2s are the big ones.
Yeah, so you got to sit there and read, and it's like, okay, so that's what this is, and then I want this, but I don't want that. And
yep. And now they're coming out with a second version of the motion controller. Supposedly
they can keep that too.
Well, supposedly that with this next SE goggles will work with like the Mavic 3 and Mini 3 Pro, possibly. That's the rumor.
Well, I'm not saying that he knows, but I was having a quick chat with Bill over at Coast to Coast Drones, and I said, yeah, it looks like I got the new Avata. He goes, well, I'm waiting for the Avata 2. It's coming out soon. I'm like, okay. I didn't know there was a second one coming out. It seems a little early, but okay.
Avata 2, huh?
He may know something I don't know.
Yeah, Bill has a lot of good contacts. He's definitely has inside tracks on stuff.
Well, when it didn't cost you a dime, it's great.
What drone doesn't cost you a dime? Come on, man.
The one that just got bought for me.
Yeah, but what about all the other stuff you'll buy for it? There's no free lunch. I'm messing around with you, but you know what I mean.
No, buddy, you're fine. I did. I bought a case. I mean, I bought a hard shell case to carry the thing in.
Yeah, but I can't believe Avata 2's on the way. Definitely heard about the motion controller 2 and the newer version of the goggles 2 SE or whatever. And Bill was the source, by the way. At least he shared the info. But I didn't hear anything about an Avata 2. That does seem really soon.
Yeah.
It's like 4 months.
Well, he could just be waiting, because I think he just spent a whole bunch of money on his studio to improve his show and stuff. He was telling me about that a couple weeks earlier than that.
Yeah.
So he may just be, I've spent enough money right now kind of situation.
Maybe. And he picked up a new vlogging camera too. He has a really nice new, I think it's a Sony vlogging camera. It looks pretty cool.
That's awesome.
That'll be messing with.
I think the next thing I got to look at is this 360 camera with an underwater housing unit for the ROVs.
You can get a Penguin like Paul. Paul, did you really buy the Penguin?
He bought it.
I bought the Penguin. Yeah.
Yep.
He doesn't know what he's going to edit it on, but he bought one.
It won't be what you think it will be. Almost 100% positive, but maybe
I'm gonna edit it on Movie Maker.
Yeah. Okay, Paul. Whatever you say. I mean, it's just
my mind will be blown if that works.
Well, the other thing too, interesting about it, Chuck, is you can live stream from that camera.
I think that will add. I think it will add a bit to the underwater videos, though. The ability to look around.
Yeah, it's 360 cameras are super fun.
Because with the underwater drones, I mean, it really is. It's kind of like the Avata. You've got tunnel vision. You can just see what's just in front of you. We just did this search and rescue thing, and I'm sitting there thinking, our search and recovery thing, and I'm just wondering, maybe we might have missed him. Had we been beside of us and we just didn't turn and look in that direction, we could have went back and looked at footage and said, "Oh, wait, he's over here."
Imagine if you could use that camera with goggles with head tracking. So as you looked, you basically looked, when you looked backwards behind the submersible, you actually saw backwards.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Or to the
That would
left
be-
or to the right.
Oh, virtual, totally virtual. That'd be incredible. It's incredible.
And then be able to do it live. That would be freaking amazing to live stream like that. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. And then allow other people to be able to change what they see, what their
Right.
view is.
I gotta
Yeah.
send that off to the guys at QYC. See if we can make that happen.
It's asking a lot though.
Well, the old thing is my dad always used to say, if you don't ask,
You don't get.
you're never gonna get it.
Well, 100%. Yeah. I mean, I say that all the time too. I ask about anything because like when Lori and I do these vlogs and we're going to go up in a helicopter. I'm like, can I bring a drone with me? What can I do? Can I fly here? Can I get footage from you guys? What's the worst I can say? No. And a
Right.
lot of times, but if you don't ask,
That's
Yeah,
right. You're
right.
not gonna get it.
always ask, and then beg. When they say no, beg.
Yep.
And then give up. Yeah. So Paul, when's that going to show up?
So
Well-
Paul, you might look into this Insta360 studio. If you scroll back down right where you were.
Studio's free. You can download Studio for free.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
And 360. I'm sorry.
It's the last
GoPro.
question, Paul.
GoPro has a studio as well, and like case in point, the helicopter video I did
Right underneath
recently.
that, Paul. The next line. You can
Right
no. You can edit the video in Insta360 Studio.
There you go, totally free. So Paul, what you're gonna have to do, that's where Movie Maker's gonna fall short on you, is you have to first kind of render out the video, and if you're gonna do it like a regular flat screen video, you gotta keyframe it and pick what you want to look at and move stuff around. Then you can export that MP4 video and bring it into Movie Maker and then make it part of your project.
It says it's only 2 inches.
It says what's 2 inches? Oh, screen size.
Screen size.
On the back or whatever.
One inch. What are they figuring? 1 inch on the front, 1 inch on the back, or what?
No. It's the screen that you're viewing.
The LCD.
So on the back of it has a little viewfinder.
It does have.
That's what
Should,
it
yeah.
Sounds like.
Where is it? Let me show the back side of that thing.
Play
No,
the-
there's
play
the backside picture.
Play the video. See what happens. See if it shows the screen on there. I think there's a screen on the back.
I would be surprised if they're, well, it's pretty low price point, Curtis. Maybe there isn't one.
Yeah. So what would they be talking about then?
I don't know.
Well, they
I'm sure
did
you
just
connect it to your phone. You
they
connect it
just
to your
yeah
phone,
they
right?
did show it connected to a phone. No phone, no laptop. What was that supposed to mean? No phone, no laptop.
You can use it without a phone or laptop.
You could probably just, yeah, because it's 360. You can just film with it, turn it on and off. You don't really need a screen for that.
So yeah, he's using his phone to probably Bluetooth. So there probably is not a screen on the back.
Right. I'm thinking you can use it standalone and then figure it out later. I'll bet you.
I thought that was kind of weird having it that close to her face.
I hate myself. I wished I had my Insta360 in like unicorn mode when I was filming the bear video, but I didn't have it with me. So yeah, it makes a great dash cam.
Yeah. And it comes with,
Oh, back that up, Paul. Did you see that clamp?
yeah.
That was pretty cool. It was right there on that tree. There it is. Oh
Yeah.
no, it's it's the same one you had. I thought it was something different.
Yeah, it's like a mantipod though. It's almost
Well,
like
you
a
know, what's
mantipod.
interesting is it allows you to hang it upside down and it still records.
Well, that's true with any 360 camera. It doesn't. You can auto level it any way you can fix it in post with key, and you can do so many things with an Insta360 or a 360 camera.
It's just
very
a button in
versatile.
Movie Maker, Paul. It's just one click.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I thought. Movie
But
Maker
it's-
it'll be a peach.
but it's an action camera. It's not going to be cinematic at all. It's going to be,
I
you
think
know,
I'm taping it down to the windshield.
We're giving Paul grief and watch Windows come out with a thing for Movie Maker so you can do 360 cameras.
I'd be really shocked if that happens.
I would too. I don't think they support Movie Maker anymore.
It's like even with DaVinci, I had to download a free plugin called Reframe 360.
Yeah, Reframe 360.
Yeah, and it works great. But I export the footage out of the camera and then I bring it into DaVinci and then I can keyframe and reframe it in DaVinci. It's like one-stop shopping. Well, two stops.
I've got the beta version of Premiere Pro and it's in there already.
Yeah, Premiere Pro, that's the advantage. Premiere Pro has it built in, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But DaVinci works.
That's kind of
And
cool
it's-
when a bear comes up behind you.
Yeah. Well, it's not necessarily cool when a bear comes up behind you, but you know,
Mm.
Well, at least you get to see it.
yeah, before it eats you.
Yeah. So, Paul, how are you planning on using this? What are you going to use this for?
I don't know.
It's a toy. He's gonna experiment. I think that'll be fun.
Well, I it's like everybody said, I should take it down when I'm flying and just set it on the hood of the truck and drive and fly.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, put it on the hood of the truck.
while you're
and-
driving
and then-
there,
While you're
a
driving
little bit
there.
of extra content.
Yeah, it is fun. Like I usually,
Show you
for
setting
me,
up, show you driving there, leave it on the hood, and then when you're setting up your drone and everything, you can film that.
Yeah.
You can add all that to your video. Plus, you have it records you, so now you can do some dialogue when you're flying around, and just mix that in with the music.
yeah, but remember that the where you position your 360 camera changes what you can only do so much in post to reframe things. You want the camera to be positioned so
Oh
that
wait, I forgot. Movie Maker only does one channel of audio,
Mm.
really
or one layer, I should say. It does stereo, but
one audio channel,
yeah,
one track.
yep.
Ooh, I think I can have like, I don't know how many. I haven't run out yet in DaVinci. I've used like 6, depending on the project.
Well, I use Premiere. I used to use Audition, but I have Studio 1.5 now, so I have that linked with Premiere, so I can open up my Premiere project in Studio 1.5, and that's unlimited amount of tracks there.
Yeah, that's cool.
JDS, what was his comment? Edit later use the penguins and the Mobazin easy peasy.
Easy.
Easy peasy.
That was a code for something.
Yeah.
That's not a normal sentence. That's a code for something.
The
He's telling somebody something somewhere.
Russians. He's talking to the Russians in
He's
code.
talking to the Russians. He's speaking in Ruski.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
English
what he said.
backwards.
Just on that subject real quick, I do have a Russian friend up here as one of my clients, and one of my customers, I should say. And he keeps trying to teach me Russian, and I'm like, there's no way. I mean, he'll tell me, how to say good morning and stuff like that, or how are you doing today, or I had a sandwich for lunch, and I can say it when we're standing there, but a week later when he comes back up to me and I go see him again, I can't remember it.
Yeah, that's the second thing to go with old age is memory.
Yeah.
Can't remember what the first thing was.
What was that? Hey,
Well, at 61, yeah, the memory's going.
Yeah, it's a bitch. I mean, like you figure out how to like you and I were talking about the goggles and linking them to the Avata, and I for the life of me, couldn't remember till you prompted me when you said you went into the menu on the goggles.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my memory's going.
Mine left a long time ago.
I'm fighting it. It's pissing me off because
So Paul, you
No,
said
he said-
you bought an Insta360 for Paul Hodges. Is that what you did?
No,
Oh,
that
No.
1X3, the 1X3 supposedly can be used as a dash camera on your vehicle to record like the last 30
Well, so can
seconds to
my
a minute
little
or something.
penguin.
I don't know. I mean, like I have the 1X2 and I have the super expensive, the Leica 1-inch edition of the Insta360, which is like an $800 camera. And neither one of those will serve as like a webcam per se and record a 30-second window from, the last 30 seconds and keep it.
JD's taking
We'll
a nap now.
Do a review of it, Paul. You got to review all the features, man.
Yeah, I'll check in with you guys. You can tell me what the hell to do.
Oh boy.
Oh,
So
what a
Yeah,
clutch.
even body
That's gonna be a complete show for Paul Murray. He's gonna
Yeah.
unbox it and we're gonna explain how it works for him.
That's right.
Live
probably,
unboxing.
and then
even though we don't have one.
then he'll put it up for sale a week later.
Hodges is already making plans for what he's going to use it for.
Yep.
Probably.
I have to call my brother, see when he's heading to Paul's place again.
That's
He's
right.
gonna get like a double sticky tape freaking base for the top of his Phantom with a quarter 20 on it and screw that thing on the quarter 20 and film.
If
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
yeah,
Nope.
actually,
I wonder how it does in
Hmm.
low light situations.
Not well.
No,
I think you ought to put out there with the squirrels. That would
Wow.
that'd be
Yeah,
some great content.
it'd be
I-
good. Yeah, scroll cam.
Yeah, I can just, from my experience with my Insta360, 1X2, and even the 1-inch edition, they both struggle in low light.
Well,
uh,
you should really try that. You should put it low to the ground, and then toss all the peanuts right around it, and do a close up of all the and then put that on YouTube, and then see how
That-
many views you get.
That'd go
Yeah.
viral.
Oh yeah.
That would go viral.
you
There
think
are-
so?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, the craziest stuff goes viral. We know.
it's just like Ron should do the same thing with a deer. Get a 360 camera and hang it, just above the height of the deer, and then feed him from right there.
I want Ron to get a freaking Insta360 Go 2 on a bear and not get eaten and let it run around and film.
Mm.
Badass.
Or if he had a shoulder mounted 360 when he's actually bow hunting or shooting a gun.
Yeah.
I think Ron would put it on his helmet though, which makes more sense. Actually, if you can mount it on your head on a helmet or something, and you put it in what they call unicorn mode, so it's kind of like angled forward in front of you, then you can frame you can frame anything around you. It's really cool effect.
Mhm.
You look like an idiot doing it, but you have to remember, I mean, like Lori picks on me all the time. I wear an action camera on my head with a head strap like I did in the bear video. And she's like, you look like Rick Moranis from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. And I'm like, yeah, I look like an idiot, but look at the footage later.
Mm.
And that's what it's all about. It's about getting the footage. I don't care if I look like an idiot as long as the footage is good.
Yeah.
I already know I'm an idiot, so like I don't care if other people know that too. It's not good footage.
I think it was Tom Cruise said that it's all about the footage.
Mm.
Did he say that?
Yeah.
What I found interesting is somebody shared the 360 video this morning, and
Oh.
right from my computer, I could run the camera.
Yep.
Yeah, that's super cool.
That was Bill at Newfound Drone Productions.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah.
Because I was running the Penguin.
Wow. Yeah. The video.
the video portion. I was able to pan around and look around and
So you can do some adult movies with it then and let people pan around, look at whatever they want.
Not for nothing. I have seen one of those. I don't.
Curtis, thank you for changing the subject. Thank you.
No, I'm on the subject. I'm just going to say I don't see the appeal. I mean, the girl's in the center of the screen. Why do you want to look over and see what's behind you?
wouldn't you think
Oh.
that up like the Mars rover and those kinds of things would have a 360 camera on them?
That would be great.
Don't they use more of a traditional fixed lens camera that has
Yes,
like a
they do.
Yep.
like a gimbal, has a gimbal on it that you can pan
They
around
do.
and stuff?
They do.
Because the
Yeah.
quality, the picture quality is better.
With today's technology, Chuck, why don't they have the 360 camera on those things?
I agree.
Well, I was gonna say
Yeah.
because it's expensive, but being it's the government, they could afford it. But yeah, the picture quality is still the limiting factor with 360 cameras. That's
Have
the
a $500,000
that's one factor.
for a Insta 360.
Yeah, there must be a reason though. I'm sure there's a reason because those engineers, they are the best in the world, and they would probably make use of it if they could figure out a way to do it.
You would think that the manufacturer would buy in and say, well, let's develop one for you guys. Let's develop one. What a
Yes.
bonus they would get,
Yeah, but I mean,
Well, look
seriously,
how-
it has to do with packaging and
That didn't
things
do
too,
that
when
didn't do
they're-
Hasselblad that good.
Hasselblads or Leica.
Well, that's because Hasselblad's too busy making military grade lawnmowers in Germany.
Well,
Doesn't
before,
DJI? Sorry,
no, before that they were making stuff for NASA.
Yeah.
doesn't DJI own the rights to Hasselblad or something?
Yeah, they did something with them. There's a
It's
license.
got I think a controlling share.
At a
Is that
minimum,
controlling
it's
share?
a partnership of some kind. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a large, let's say they have a large share. But I think they own them, but they have a large share.
Well, I know that Hasselblad 4/3 micro sensor on my Mavic 3 is flippin' believable.
That'll be my next drone.
Oh yeah, if you don't care about the zoom lens, the tele lens, the classic's a great choice.
I've never been excited about the zoom lens. I see guys using it, and it just seems like the quality goes downhill.
It's a little mushy. It's very limited in what Curtis. It's like everything else. It's cool, but it's very limited in what you can use it for like actual projects.
I think where it shines is when you're like out in a huge area like the Grand Canyon, and you have something near and you're orbiting it, and you get that parallax effect of something that
Yep.
the mountains
Yep.
is far away. In that particular case, the soft mountains wouldn't be a big deal when you zoom in on that focus object. But for most everything that I see guys using it for, where they're just trying to zoom in on something, it just doesn't quite do it for me. I don't see
That's the exact shot that I used it for. What you just described with the mountains off to the distance was when we were at our house in Alaska, and I did that parallax thing with the mountains, and that there's snow-capped mountains way off in the distance, and it worked perfect. And that's the only use I've found for that lens was that one thing.
Yeah, that would be, and generally speaking, that's kind of what that's what makes that kind of shot exciting, is when you have that parallax shot like that.
Yeah, it made for a really good shot, and the lighting and everything was super sweet. It was like golden hour, and it was nice. But everything else, that straight up 4/3 micro sensor is badass.
It would even look good if you edited in a Movie Maker.
Probably. Sorry, Paul. Not sorry.
We love you, Paul.
Yeah, I get why he doesn't want to
Maker is
change.
my friend.
I am very proud of myself for breaking free of Video Studio, which is similar to Movie Maker, but very proud of myself. I went to DaVinci.
I just can't get away from Premiere. It makes me too much money.
Well, you're comfy with it. Like I'm comfortable with DaVinci now, and as you get more and more proficient, why switch again? I mean, Premiere and DaVinci and Final Cut are the three big ones. I mean, pick one of those.
So the advantage of using because everybody's using DaVinci, it becomes an advantage. You're able to create tutorials and stuff like that. You know, nobody
That,
wants to
that, yeah. Yeah.
nobody wants to do Premiere anymore because it costs money. So there is an advantage to using DaVinci, but at the same time, it's like, do I really want to? Not really.
No, you're, like I said, you're comfortable with it. It's a very powerful editor, and
That, and I'm right here where they make After Effects and they make Premiere Pro right up here in Seattle. The engineers work here, and I know the guys. So if I ever run into something, I've got their phone numbers, and they're like, oh yeah, here's a fix, or they'll send me something over to drop into the app, and it'll make it work. You know.
oh, that's an awesome advantage. Yeah.
Yeah.
But for me, DaVinci is, because it's so common, I can go to YouTube and find a how-to on pretty much anything I have in my head that I want to try to do on DaVinci. I can look it up and there it is. And there's probably a video or a handful of videos that will take me through it in like under 10 minutes. And then I just threw Lori into it. God bless Lori. She just figured it out. She's like, I gave her DaVinci and she just figured it out. Girl's a genius. Can you have multiple users with Premiere? Like if you pay for one license, can you use it on more than one computer? Curtis?
You can use it on two of your computers.
Okay. Two computers.
Okay. So let me back up. There is a real advantage with the Adobe Suite. If you have the whole suite, I can go to your house right now and I could like email you a project file with all the videos and everything. And then I could go to your house. I can log into your computer. I can download Premiere under my account and use it on your computer.
Cool. Like,
and then I could leave there and go to Paul Murray's house and then get some footage from Paul Murray, download Premiere on his computer, do the same editing, everything. You can put it on as many computers as you want, but you can only use one version of it. So in other words, I can't have 3 and 4 versions of it running.
Okay. So like with DaVinci, you can do something similar when you buy licenses. I chose the dongles. So the dongle, wherever you take it, as long as you remember to bring it, you can use it on any computer with DaVinci on it.
That's the same thing. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The difference is I don't have to have a dongle. I just have to log in.
Yeah, and it's easy to like I went on vacation once. I'm like, I looked at Lori and I said the expletive that rhymes with my name and starts with the letter F. She's like, what? I said, I forgot the DaVinci dongle. I've got all the other stuff and I can't edit anything anyway. And but now we have 2 of them because when Lori got into DaVinci, and that's my fault, I had to get her full on studio just like I have. So there goes another $300 for DaVinci for her with a dongle. So we have his and hers.
Mrs. You.
Okay, who's got the little one? Is that you, Paul?
I think it is Paul.
Yeah. Okay.
Is Dallas around?
Yeah, you got Dallas. Hey, Dallas.
Dallas just came back from a road trip. Where'd you go?
There she is.
To Louisiana.
Wow, it's a heck of a road trip.
She got all the big storms. Holy mackerel. They're just getting pounded down there right now.
Yeah.
Dallas, did you vlog anything? Did you vlog it?
No.
What do you mean no?
No, she doesn't have any vlogging equipment.
Oh, she's got to start now. She'll be like 2 million subscribers by the time she's like 18.
Yes.
Yeah, but she's so young you can't do any chats with her.
It's all right. She'll be working on her skill set. She'll be like an expert vlogger.
Exactly. She'll have the skill set ready to go.
Well,
she'll be ready to go.
I'll tell her that Uncle Curtis and Uncle Chuck are going to send her the vlogging equipment.
Yeah.
The vlogging equipment.
Yeah. Cameras, microphones, all that stuff.
Just use your camera phone.
Hey, Paul Dre.
Yeah, actually.
And movie maker.
With just the camera.
He doesn't have one. Hey, Dre.
Wow, Paul changed the subject fast.
We haven't had any problems.
Not yet. Give it another 20 minutes. It'll go.
Yeah. 20 more minutes.
So did we figure out why it kept shutting off yesterday?
I don't know. Zoom was having problems.
Went back to the North Pole.
Paul, did you figure out why it was shutting off yesterday?
No,
Well, see, 2 hours will come up till about 5 to 7. He's been on.
I think it was because he didn't log in.
Yeah, but if you don't log in, it's only 20 minutes. So when it shut down the second time, it was only 23 minutes.
That's true. Huh. Well, that leaves server problems then, because everything goes through their servers. All of our video signals go to their servers, and then from there it goes to YouTube as one video signal.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about StreamYards, but when I get on somebody's stream, my microphone does not work. I can select the mic and everything, and it comes in real low.
Really?
yeah, Dre, how do you think the stream's working today? Pretty good?
Yeah. But
You're welcome to join the stream there, Dre.
yeah, I'm leaving. You can come in and take my spot. So, because I'm going for coffee tonight, Paul. Remember? So,
Yep. Paul's going for coffee with his
I haven't
friends.
seen this guy probably in a month and a half because I was sick, and then he went up to Halliburton or Muskoka for the Christmas, and I haven't seen him for over a month. So
Maybe
I
I'll,
get coffee with him.
I'll drop off. I'm sucking up space and my camera's not even on.
Oh,
because-
Chuck, you're doing fine, buddy.
Yeah, I'm leaving. So, anyways, guys, catch you all later.
Okay, Paul.
Bye, Paul.
See ya, Paul.
Yep.
Bye-bye,
Bye.
Paul.
There he goes.
And he's gone.
Poof,
Mm.
just like that with the magic tones, he's gone.
He likes to go visit his friends, and I give him credit for that. Since I've turned into a retired hermit. I go fly ships, I come home and edit. I might go do a little bit of shopping and then come home. I don't go anyplace. I don't go out for coffee with anybody. I don't go out to dinner with anybody because I really don't want to.
Well, the nice thing is you don't have to.
Yeah. Just me and Mia here.
I'm struggling here. My phone ate Zoom. I'm on talking to you guys and I can't find my Zoom controls.
I had that trouble yesterday.
What? Where'd it go? It's like it's gone. It's not in the list.
Just if you want your camera on, just ask Paul to request it. That's how
Wait,
I
no.
got out of it yesterday.
No, I'm back. Okay, I got it back. God, I thought it was my Pixel 6 Pro that I hated, but I think it's actually lucky Android 13.
So I got the new computer up and running, and I'm transferring all the files as we speak.
Won't that be fun?
That's the most boring thing ever.
It's also the most important thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at all the studio lights and Lori's A6600 that are still in the living room from like New Year's.
Yep.
Got to put all this crap
Remember that,
away.
Marshall?
Oh, I don't want to work tomorrow, people.
You and me both.
No
Oh,
working, huh?
Yeah, I don't want you to work tomorrow either.
oh, I was really digging this time off. It was really nice. Finally got the bear video up. That was good. I thought Ron was going to jump in on the video premiere today, and he was all excited about the bear video, and then he's nowhere to be seen. Makes me
Yeah,
sad.
well, he's working.
He's working.
Yeah, he's
Uh,
working now till Thursday, I think.
I'm sure he'll check it out eventually.
He said 48 hours or something he's on.
Call.
I've never understood that, why they want new doctors to work that many hours.
Crazy.
It's like, it seems like you'd want them to work less. So then, but you hear about it all the time. When you're a new doctor, you got to pull those long shifts, and it's like, why?
Yeah. It's like engineering school where they're trying to weed you out.
Yeah, it's like I don't want a doctor that's been up 48 hours looking at me, please.
Exactly. I mean, how
Who
can they
thought-
be
who-
focused if you're
who-
burning them out?
Right? Who thought that was a good idea? Some bean counter somewhere did, I'm sure. But
So the bean counter thought it was a great idea. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
no limitation to what a person's capable of. Sure.
yeah, this guy's young. He can do it. He'll go 48 hours.
What happened?
Yep.
Oh, I'm in Lori's way.
Marias,
in
how you doing? Marias is in the chat.
I'm all right.
Hey, Marie. Hey, we'll go upstairs. Get on the other computer.
I'm gonna just turn my camera off because I'm just boring as can be.
You're fine. You're better than me. At least you're on camera.
Try not to overload my computer by transferring 100 files at once.
Ah.
I got this neat little deal where you can take your hard drive from your old computer, you take it out of the old computer, and you plug it into a USB input, and then that USB input will take the drive itself, and it sees it as a drive, and then you just open it up and transfer whatever files you wanted to save off of it.
Oh, I use a Cradle to do that kind of thing.
I think that's what it's called. A buddy of
Cradle.
mine had it, and he goes, here's what you need.
I have a Cradle for like conventional drives, whether it be three and was it 3 1/4 or 5 1/4.
Yeah.
Then for the M2s, I have like looks like a stick of gum that you put the M2 into,
Hmm.
and it has a USB-C port on it. And those things aren't the Cradle is kind of cheap, and the M2 stick or the M2 case is cheap too. They're like, you're talking less than $20 to get those things, and they're invaluable when you need them.
Oh wow, I forgot I have a bagpipe. I'm transferring that, so I got a lot of we call them software synthesizers. They're on the computer. You just plug in a MIDI keyboard and you're able to play that. And I got samples from a bagpipe. I forgot I had that. When am I going to use that? Never.
Don't throw it out. Be a hoarder.
No, yeah, I know. As soon as I throw it away, it's like,
Oh,
if I only had this for this project.
Yeah. Now you know how I feel when I lost 6 terabytes of stuff on a drive that went tits up. I was like,
Oh,
there's so many times I want that footage back, just little somethings, and they're gone, vaporized.
Poof.
Yeah.
El
literally.
Disappearo.
Oh, it was a very bad day. Talk about, traumatic stuff. It's pretty traumatic. It still sticks with me. I can't get rid of that. I ought to have a flux capacitor and talk to Chuck then and say, don't do what you're about to do.
There's what it looks like down by the river. It's getting foggy.
Back all that shit up now. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, it is. Look at that. Wow, it's pretty lighting, though. Look how you get like the little, wow, like the flares.
And that camera is about 1.5 miles upstream.
Oh.
Pretty cool.
Going into Sarnia. Probably a layup.
Well, look at you go. You do a cooking video?
Yeah.
Lori could have done a cooking video tonight. She's cooking up a storm. She could have done a video.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she ought to start her own channel.
Hmm.
That's what I think. Just do her own thing. She'll get more views than I will.
I already know that, JDS. I am using it, even though it is.
That's pretty common knowledge, though. A female will get more views than a guy, period.
Definitely.
Yep. 100%. I can find it.
Under my suggested videos, there's this girl that keeps coming up, and she's like it's like she was a cheerleader in high school and she just graduated. And it's like, what am I going to do now? Oh, I'm going to dress up and do cheers on TikTok.
Yay!
But she's like 25 now.
Oh, that's a bit old.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing? But she gets millions of views.
She probably looks great doing a little jump up and down stuff.
Yeah, it's just totally bizarre watching. It's like you never left high school and
Is
you're
she
getting
in
older.
shape?
Yeah, no, she's the moves are so everything that she does looks good. It looks like top notch, professional cheerleading. I mean, not like national football or anything like that, but like the best of the high school cheerleaders. She looks like I just don't understand why she's showing up in my feed on my suggested video. I guess it's because I guess it's because I've watched one or two of them, but
yeah, YouTube reads your mind.
Yeah. Well, apparently they don't
What you want to watch.
because I'm not getting a lot of suggested videos I like. I got to go search for them. I will say that on my phone, I get better suggestions than I do on my computer.
Really?
Yeah. Because I'll pull up my phone, through the week. I'm at work and I'm on my lunch break, and I'll pull my phone up and turn on YouTube app, and it's like, oh, I'd like to watch this. So I want to watch this. But I come home and I click on the homepage, and it's like, wow, these suggested videos, and some of them I've even already watched.
Huh.
Who do you bribe with YouTube to get your stuff like pushed? Who do we bribe?
So one of the YouTube offices is right beside Adobe, and they came over and gave a class one time about how to get your videos viewed and what makes a good video and all that stuff. And it was a Thursday night, and I asked them stuff like that, and they're like, it's all in the computer algorithm. There's not anybody pushing any buttons.
Yeah.
I was like,
So-
okay, but your algorithm is kind of weird because my stuff never shows up anywhere.
Nor mine.
I mean, I'm not one of those guys that's really, I'm not trying to monetize YouTube or anything like that, but it'd be nice if, it'd show up in there's, their general search once in a while.
Yeah, well, it'd be nice to get some
I watched some
feedback and recognition. That'd be
I
nice.
watched some of the older so I'll do like a search for five fish underwater ROV, and there's like 20 guys that have put videos online 10 years ago that'll show up before mine will. It's like, mine just went up. Why can't it be at the top? I mean, I know it's got 300-400 views. It's been up for a day, but I don't know.
You got me swinging.
Although I will say that people that appear in videos will have a better chance of getting their video in show up in search and show up as suggested videos, as opposed to just general B-roll footage kind of things, which is what I generally do. I keep myself off the videos as much as I can, and the ones where I'm in it, those show up a lot higher. So Chuck, you should have an advantage.
I'm putting myself out there along with Lori.
Yeah.
Should. But there's more to it than that, Curtis. I personally, I mean, I love drone footage, but I get somewhat bored watching a video that's all drone footage now. I mean,
Yeah, I'm the same way.
They have their place, and there are times when, if it's really spectacular, I'll sit through the whole thing because I'll be drawn to sit through the whole thing. But
So drone footage to me has become a more localized interest thing. So if it's interesting to you, in other words, if you titled it correctly, like I have the Puyallup River flood, which happened like 2-3 years ago, that video just keeps growing and growing. But when you look at the analytics, it's people that are in Puyallup that are watching it.
Yeah. Or like a newsworthy thing. If you get some drone footage of like a fire or something, remember the forest fires in Colorado, somebody had that really incredible drone footage, stuff like that's when drone footage rules all by itself. So you have something newsworthy. What's this, Paul? Sharing your screen.
It's going into Sarnia.
Oh, great.
Sarnia Bay, I think.
It's moving pretty fast, isn't it?
I can tell you how fast it's going. Right now, it is moving at 1.6 knots.
Wowzers.
You're welcome, JD.
Oh,
Put that
Oh.
bikini on and see how many subs you get.
Yeah.
Nice.
Actually, JD, before you think that was a joke, there are guys that will dress up and do makeup tips. Makeup,
Yeah.
like, whatever. And those get
Yeah.
millions and millions of views.
yeah. Yeah. I've actually picked the hardest. I think I've intentionally picked the hardest niche on YouTube to be successful in or with. Travel vlogging is certainly the hardest.
Yeah, but I also think travel vlogging is good if you're in a country that a lot of people that are not in as well.
That are naughty.
If you can
Naughty?
get
Is that what you
into a
said?
fairly unique area,
Wait a minute, back up. Did you say
I think it's
naughty?
naughty. That's what I heard. Naughty.
not in.
Oh,
Not in.
Not in. Oh,
Yeah, it's my
Yeah, Curtis and
accent,
I-
obviously, that's a bit
your
strange.
your Aussie accent had us here naughty, which we kind of
Okay.
liked. I mean, I
In.
kind of liked it, but
Yeah, well, naughty as well. That might help too.
yeah.
yeah, naughty videos will work. Yeah,
Yeah, you need
Well, if
a
the
bit
problem-
of naked yoga.
yeah. But as far as travel vlogging places that are interesting, usually it's expensive, and at least that's
Unfortunately, yeah.
Well, not
what
only
Lori and I
that,
have
You got
found.
to pay to play though.
not only
Yeah.
that, but you've got to have somebody that's interested in that particular site and that location.
True.
Like if you do Bosnia Herzegovina, I'm not going to watch that. If you do something from Italy, I'll watch.
Hmm.
Yeah, you might watch, but somebody else won't.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, it's very
So it's a very limited. You're
It's
limiting your
limited.
audience when you're doing those. Of course, the key is to do more of them.
they
Or-
take forever.
or stop, keep the focus on the places that you're at, but do more of a focus of how to travel.
Yeah.
All the little inside tips and tricks and where to find this hotel and how to find that. And
Yeah, those are really strong performers on YouTube for sure. If you
yeah,
you're helping, that's information. That's what people want. People want
who was the
information.
guy that
Very-
God, what's his name? He had a TV show and he did that. He would be at a location and talk about where he's going and stuff, but he would also spend a lot of time talking about etiquette
Always
at a
preparing to
hotel.
go.
Yeah, he also lives up here in the Seattle area. He's got a
Good evening, Gitchigumi.
Gitchy Gumi.
Howdy.
Here I am talking like I know what I'm talking about. I don't.
Well, you know what you look for, and that's generally what we all look for. We look for the same thing.
Yeah,
So,
so if it came down to me looking through, if I was searching for something, I would search because the wife and I are planning on going to Italy, we would search Italy videos. So it depends on how your video shows up. What, assuming you've done an Italy video on the
Not yet.
location that we're going. So
not yet.
yeah, what I'm saying though is,
But yeah, I know what you mean.
had
But yeah, you're right. You're right. That's the stuff that's going to come up when you search. That's what.
but you're still limiting it. How many people are going to be going to Italy at that time? So
right. But then to just show you're wandering about Italy isn't going to be as a strong performer as what you need when you go to Italy. Things.
exactly
things-
correct.
Yeah, things
Planning
you
your
need
trip to Italy.
I used to
Yeah,
live
you
in
know.
Italy. I used to live in Italy for 3 years.
Show the power adapters and all that stuff, the stuff you need to
Yeah.
have as a traveler, the things that should be in your bag, what should be essential things to be in your bag to go to Italy or something.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Why am I giving away all my ideas? Because these are things
Yeah.
I think about
Well,
too.
Chuck, you're fine with us. We're not going to do those things.
I know, but I'm just saying it's like
travel adapters would be different down here anyway.
Oh wait,
so-
we're on YouTube. I forgot.
yeah.
yeah, we're kind of on YouTube.
So you are kind of throwing it out there, right? But sorry about
Yeah,
that.
but it's all been done. It's all been done.
I mean, have you guys watched these videos where they're they're the relaxing videos. It's about it's not so much about the video itself. There's usually like a frozen still of like a beach or whatever, and it's kind of zen kind of thing.
Yeah.
And those things get like millions of views.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
sitting there listening to the music, and it's like 3 chords that are the most slowly played thing you could ever hear over a drone note. And I'm like,
So could you actually do that with like you do your epidemic sound, pick out the right music, the chill music, and just have like pictures pop up and change every like periodically, just nice fade in, drift.
You
You know,
basically want to, you need 432 hertz. If you can find music that does that, and then just put it over some relaxing shots, no reason why you can't.
so here I got. Let me see if I can find this real quick.
Yeah. You've got to find the FAFO line.
Where did I put it?
wow, we're in radio silence here. We're not. Curtis was looking. I stopped talking.
Yeah.
Paul's not talking. Dom's not talking. What's going on in the chat? I haven't even paid attention to the.
There's a
Gotta
few
pay
people in the
attention to
chat. We
that.
got 22 people watching right now. Things have kind of died down. I'm getting very tired.
Mhm.
Well, this will put you to sleep for sure, Paul.
'Cause I
You'll
spent
be-
the entire afternoon taking down all of my Christmas lights outside.
Mhm.
Oh, that'll
Oh,
tire
they're
you out.
So I was thinking about doing some stuff like this. I went on Midjourney and I created a bunch of scenes, and I put it in After Effects, and
so
and I
that
thought about,
you made this.
yes, that's not a photo.
Well, that's a great picture.
Mm.
That's not a photo.
That's
thought you
not a
just added
photo.
I thought you added the snow in front of.
But
like,
yeah,
a-
no, I had it. So I used on
Still
Discord.
image.
They have a server called Midjourney where you enter text as to what you want to see, and I wanted like
Yeah.
I wanted a log in this one. I wanted a log cabin surrounded by trees with lights in them, and a
Yeah.
dark forest and a dark sky in the background. And then it had just snowed, so there's no snow coming down.
Yeah.
So I got the photo, and then from the photo, I went into After Effects and added the snow.
Mhm.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought doing, like some just that drone note with like 3 slow chords underneath it, and just kind of have this playing in the background and do and then
Well-
of course the country gets covered in a blizzard, so nobody wants to see snow. So I didn't do
Exactly.
anything.
So you've got to wait till summer to do that.
Yeah, that'd be a good time to drop it. Yeah.
Nice.
So I got about 20 of these scenes. I'm just kind of rushing through them.
Yeah. There's only one way to find out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but none of these are actual photos. They're all generated from Midjourney.
Yeah.
Wow,
Put it up and find out.
that's pretty
Yeah.
cool, Curtis.
And then I've got a whole bunch of other stuff, other ideas. Like I've got an elven spa where it looks like it's something in a deep dark forest with this natural occurring spa, and I'm animating the water, and I'll have some little fireflies kind of going around. So I'm thinking about doing that on my other YouTube channel and see if that kind of takes off.
Mm.
Which is why I'm transferring all these audio files so I can do the music to it.
There you go.
Hey, Marshall, happy 2023 to you too.
Yep. Same to you.
Well, guys, I think I'm going to call it.
No worries then.
All right.
I can hardly keep my eyes open. And
Okay.
Well, if we have to.
Well,
Curtis,
sweet dreams.
you can always start it up your own stream.
I don't have Zoom anymore.
we could send everybody over to your
No,
channel.
no, Chuck, Dom's real good about starting streams up, right, Dom?
Yeah, well, I've
Yeah, Dom can do it. I'm gonna.
yeah. If
I'm gonna
I
drop
have the
off
time,
too.
I've just got to.
Yeah,
I've got
Chuck's
to.
got things to do too. So
Yeah, I've got to nick off because I've got heaps to
Okay.
do as well. So.
Well,
okay,
I'm in
everybody.
full on. I'm in full on depression mode now. So I'm just gonna drop
Oh,
off.
I know the feeling.
Thanks for being here, and Curtis, thanks for showing us the Avada stuff.
I hope I was able to shed a little bit of light.
Yes, you
Oh,
were.
definitely. Yeah,
You
it's
did.
great.
Just buy one.